This must have been very big for one family all days. Let's look at the structure of this building. Oh, he said this used to belong to one family. That's why they've added these steps on the side here, because one family used to own this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when the Soviet came into power, they took this house and started separating it and giving it to other people. So yeah, this is too big for you, man, and you're a foreigner here.
Actually, have the men stay.
Actually, it doesn't matter, foreigner or local, just...
All right,
Yeah.
for everybody, whether you're foreigner or local, the
Doesn't
Soviet just took everything. Wow. Because he said the main staircase were outside,
Okay.
so it was one main stage for one big family. And then the Soviets said, no, you can't have this too big, mate. We're gonna take this, give it to somebody else, and this and that. So,
Because
divided
Soviet
the
Union,
time.
everybody like supposed
It's
to
a
be
communist either, yeah.
same.
You have
Yes.
to have
Communism. Everybody eating same food. Everybody wear same clothes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has a simple job.
Yes.
You can work just in the factory and in the field. Yeah.
You have to share equally to everyone.
yeah, wow. Huh, it's interesting. Look at those staircases there. Interesting indeed, mate. When you go down these staircases, you have to be very careful, I tell you. Some of the wood, it's even scary when you put your foot down. Then little Miss Kitty just lying down there. She's sleeping. She's sleeping.
That's the roof of a former Russian Empire building. So let's go. Today I want to show you something. You're going to see my face less. You're not going to see a lot of my face here because this is just something amazing. To me, it's amazing. I've always been fascinated by the Soviet Union and the Russian Empire, how they managed to dig underground and make tunnels and escape the rest of the world. That's all the dust that you can see there as I'm walking, trying to show you guys the electrical wires. There are a few families living here. Those two windows bring the light to the roof, which we normally call the loft. Wow, let's go and see all this former Soviet Union. Owners here decided to extend his house by making the loft another part of his house, another bedroom. Let me just... Hello! Because of the wall, that when you walk you have to be very careful. Very careful where you put your feet, but because it's Soviet building, you can put your foot here, nothing is going to happen to you, but to be more careful, it's better to put on the beams, on these wooden beams that's been standing here for centuries, for years. Just imagine that. They've cleaned all this. What's amazing here is they've got different families living all over this place. So you have a family living over there. You have one family here, second family. They all live here together in peace and harmony. This building alone was built in 1904. The USSR didn't come into power until like 1917. So they just continued. What the Soviet Union then did was to make one big building which belonged to one family be available for a few families, and they're busy renovating this building. One of the owners decided to turn the loft into his bedroom. The entire roof is like for 6 or 7 different families. So if you don't get on with your neighbors, you got a bit of a problem. Let me share something with you guys. I would like to go down here, but it's not easy, but I'm going to try and open this just so that I can share these tunnels that were built by the Russian Empire, Soviet Union for families to hide and run to the next block of buildings across the road. This goes like over 100 meters. So if you look very carefully, you'll see it's pretty tiny. It's like you all have to go in a long straight line. I'm really interested in going inside there, but it's not so easy, and I really don't want to break my leg in foreign countries because home is further away. But you know, guys, I'm a traveler. I have to explore. I have to see everything. So I decided, what the hell? Let me just go down in there. Only if I had a drone, because this felt more like a health hazard. But I love exploring. I'm fascinated by what the Soviet Union did. And this is amazing. This was their escape route. Imagine that. When there's war, women and children will run into these tunnels, these escape routes, and run to the opposite side. So what will happen is they will run from this tunnel, which is 100 meters, and then come out and go to another tunnel and run again. So they will just keep running. Now, unfortunately, these places are abandoned and occupied by stray cats and dogs. There we go. I decided to go inside to inspect it, but it's very narrow. If you're much wider than me, I don't think you'll be able to walk straight. You'll have to walk sideways. It's not as bad as I thought. It's slightly clean. I don't know who cleans it. Maybe the stray cats and dogs. There we go. I went in, I inspected it, and I loved that experience. You have to travel, guys, in order to explore the world, to see more. I really enjoyed that experience. And this is another tunnel, another underground passage. So I decided to check two different ones, but this one, their residents have decided to close it off. So there's only a very little opening that you can actually try to explore, but you cannot go inside. Cats live in there. I hope this video does shed some light and showing you guys how they lived during the Russian Empire and the Soviet Union, how they hid their families and went to war. Well, you have seen the outside of how they extend and renovate the buildings in former Soviet Union countries. Now let's go inside so I can explore with you guys. There's only one entrance into the entire building. So if you look very carefully, we've got a door there. There's a family who lives at that house there. Let's keep on going. And there's another family live over there, and another family live over there. And this side is another family. But what's amazing here, all these houses, they are separated by plasterboard. This is just plasterboard. So imagine having families living together like this, and the whole place separated by plasterboard. This here, it's a plasterboard. That's a different family, and that's our entrance there. So you come through that passage, and then you have a family on this side, another family in here, 1, 2, and another family behind me over there, and another family here. So this is where they are doing the extension at this house here. So this is where they are doing the extension, and all this here plasterboard. This guy, he is very, very good. There used to be a fireplace there, but it's no longer there now. And what they're going to do here, they're going to break this wall. There'll be an entrance there, and let me go show you where it will be there. So this won't be here. Here they're going to have staircase that will take them to the bedroom up there. So I will be exploring this with you guys as well in a minute. So wish me luck, guys, as I'm going up there. I'm not a builder, but I've been invited here. So I have to go and see all this. If you don't travel, you will never know. Oops, let me just put my wires. I don't want to trip on these. Only if I had a drone. Wait a second. Okay. I'm going to try and go inside here. If you make a mistake here, you could break something. Let's Let's look at this entire build here. It's a bit dark because no lights yet. And I came through that opening there. And of course, you need to be careful where you put your feet. So at least they've put the beams here and they gave me a free reign of the place. So he's going to have some storage there. This is going to be more like loft conversion. Can you imagine a loft conversion of the former Soviet Union buildings? And they're going to put their spiral staircases down there where you see the hole. You remember the bricks I showed you from the outside? These are the bricks. This one is chipped a bit. Let's inspect that. See that brick there? It's chipped a bit. And there's cement. It's not very easy. Let me just get an equal footing so that I can share this with you guys. Down there, they're going to put staircases, spiral staircases. On top of this foam, they will put insulation and then cover it all with wood. And it's very hot up here. The roof itself, as you've seen, it's metal. Okay, time for me to try and negotiate my way out of this. So let me try to go down again. I think I must turn around, play it safe. It's not easy. I got it. Wow. Okay, one leg down. There we go. It's done. Yes, it's done. Let's go and have a look at the extension. This is going to be a kitchen. As you can see here, this was a brick wall, because it's like the main building ends here and they extended it over there, which they use wooden panels. So they're going to have a kitchen here. You know, you guys are not going to believe this, but right next door, it's another family. I can actually poke my finger through here and it will be in somebody else's living room or bedroom or kitchen. So they're going to use plasterboards to cover this up. Over there as well, they're going to use plasterboards. So this is going to be the bathroom. As you can see here, this is what I was telling you guys. Look at the wooden panels there. The way these Soviet Union buildings are made, you have a whole big building and then it gets separated from family to family. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look through there, there's some more wood in there. So that's separating you from your neighbor. So it's like a house of wood. As the bricks of the original building, the plasterboard there to separate the rooms. When you look at these wooden panels, you can see that it separates the two families. So on that side, it's a different family. So they will have wooden panels like this as well. The builder is going to put insulation, aluminum panels, and then plasterboard and cover all these. And then it will be looking more like this, or what I showed you guys on the other side. There's a family who lives on that side. Listen carefully. That's plasterboard, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you in the next video.